G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for update number 3 of my Grim Dawn Community League Season 7 journey with Malganetta here. This is the Deathknight, or I guess it's technically pretty much just a soldier that I ended up going with, and this is a Blitz build. And I've got to be honest, I'm not loving it, and it is incredibly hard for me to push through this and continue playing it as a Blitz build. I have very seriously considered simply shelving this character and playing something else. However, there is a potential shining light off in the distance that I can see, and that is the Brier's Thorn. Now, that is an amulet. It is going to give me another 0.9 second reduction on the recast here of Blitz. It's currently at 2.6, so it'll be going down to 1.7, and hopefully it's going to feel better with the less cooldown, but that's it. There are, as far as I'm aware, there are no other cooldown reductions available, aside from, I guess, generic cooldown reductions, so maybe there's a devotion in here. Let's just have a quick look, see if anything lights up. We've got, yeah, no, not on a physical build. Yeah, so we've got no cooldown. Do they use other words for it? Would help if I could spell. Recast is not a thing, so it looks like, short of somehow getting some cooldown reduction off maybe one of these. Nope, we're stuck. Okay, so 1.7 seconds or whatever it is going to be the limit, and hopefully that feels better. I'm going to force myself to play the game, which is not something you should ever be doing, but I'm going to push through. I'm going to get that Brier's Thorn. I'm going to put it on, and if this still feels bad, I'm starting a new character, because I don't want to go all the way to 100, just being bored. Okay, so with that out of the way, yeah, I guess I'll see you at the next real notable event. So see you in a sec. Alrighty, first clip off the ranks here. We are going to be killing Killan first. So, let's go ahead and go and jump him. Now, oops, there goes Blitz. I'm going to clear some of the area here first, especially if I see anything that glows yellow, it dies immediately. But we'll see where the priests come out. Now, I'm not expecting this to be particularly eventful. Killan does mostly vitality damage, so I should be kind of okay. I'm going to get out of that though, obviously. Don't get hit by the dart. And now we go back to beating on him. Now, I'm not expecting this to be particularly dangerous. What I am expecting it to be is kind of boring. This build so far is hold left click the build. Not that that's a bad thing, and for some people that might actually be considered a benefit of the build. There is basically one button. I'm using the was it the ivory talisman? The bone talisman. And I'm actually pushing it for the first time ever. But I'm doing it for the damage bonus because, yeah, as you can see, that's not fun. And he did drop his Shattered Soul, which is still one of the rarest components in the game because he's the only thing in the game that can drop it. And he has a pretty good chance to not drop it. Right, but that's going to be him and the Devotion Shrine. Let's go ahead and finish up the Panther. I'm kind of going for Shield Maiden and Solemn Watcher at the moment. I may get Assassin's Blade next, just for the Resistance Shred, but we'll see what pops up. Alrighty, onwards with the next clip. Welcome to the Smuggler's Pass, and this is going to be the Voldrak fight. Probably going to be doing a decent amount of dodging here, but let's kill off his friends first. And like I mentioned, going to be trying my best to not get got with the huge overhead that swing there. There's going to be other hits as well, like that one, but generally anything that's big and slow and has a lot of wind up is something you want to dodge, so that one. And the rest should be able to just tank it. We've got evade back. You know what? I'm half dead. I don't have a healing potion. We're just going to, we're going to go stand over here for a second. Potions back, and we'll go back in. Probably not the one I should have dodged. That's the one I need to dodge. Doesn't really matter. We've got time. We can be kind of running around. Speaking of running around, I definitely need to get some better sustain on this. I do have some life leech, but not very much, I don't think. Definitely got some regen going as well. Do I have Menhir's Will? That must have been just above the threshold, or maybe it's on cooldown. Alright, we'll just do it this way. We'll run him around and he can bleed to death. Or not. That works as well. Okay, picked up Conflagration. Nice. Couple of blueprints to add to the pile. And Voldrak's Crusher as well, being a two-hander. Obviously I can't use it. I could actually swap to Cadence. This would be a very good weapon for Cadence. The only problem with Cadence while leveling is that it's Cadence while leveling, and it's probably even worse than this. Anyway, I think the next target is the Brier, so I think I will see you most likely at Marara, actually, but in the Pine Barrens next. So I was halfway through the Pine Barrens, or at least halfway to Marara, when I realized that I haven't really showed much in the way of gameplay with this character, merely standing in front of bosses and slowly blitzing them to death. So my main complaint about this character is how slow it is at clearing trash. So let's just kind of show that. And then also I want to mention that I think this is actually not how you're supposed to play this. So all this stuff here, there's a lot of dudes here. Force Wave would be hitting everything in a line, so there's no max targets on that. Same with Blackwater Cocktail. Primal Strike, I believe, does have max targets, but it seems like it does a lot faster. This was, what, 5, 6, 7 blitzes to clear that group. That is, I guess, my main complaint, is that it takes forever to kill large groups. It also doesn't help that the damage on single target is kind of meh. It's not bad by all means. It's actually probably even not faster, higher than some of the other leveling skills that I've talked about. The problem is it has a cooldown on it, which means you're spending a decent amount of time just kind of standing there default attacking. So we'll get rid of these guys, and Marara's just up the hill. Now, generally speaking, I can kill Marara before she gets her second Sunder off. So let's just kind of see how long it takes. How many Sunders do I have to dodge on this character before Marara goes down? Now, the other thing with Marara is you really want to clear the area. Because if there happens to be a whole bunch of Grobles in the area, and one of them is a Witch Doctor or Venomancer or something that can heal, they are going to heal her. Looks like I'm in luck though, because she doesn't have the... There's one Sunder. Doesn't have any Grobles in the area. Alright, how many Sunders? Well, there's 2. So this is already a bit slower. Do I hear 3? Not quite. So it could have been faster. This isn't painfully bad anymore. I haven't even had a weapon upgrade, so I think it's actually shield where we get a lot of our damage from. So I should go level 24. I think that's from the Severed Claw. Pretty sure this is a level 18 shield. So I should go and kill Krieg and get a new shield, and that will probably help with the damage. This does say, yeah, shield damage is added. So I could get a little bit more single target, but the main ingredient, I guess, to making this hopefully feel better is coming up here with the Brier. Now, I'm just going to keep recording while I run over there because he's fairly close. In fact, very close, because I got the first spawn on the cave. So we'll go through here, I'll kill off all of his friends. I think this is actually how you're supposed to play this. You're supposed to just blitz from pack to pack. Yeah, if you kill some, great, and if you don't, who cares? I think the idea is to just get through this as fast as you can. And I think that's why people are saying, you know, this is really, really fast. You're not actually killing most of this stuff. I think that's what you're supposed to be doing. It kind of hurts, though, because that's a lot of XP to be leaving on the table. Okay, diseased isn't too bad. But look how long these things have to beat on me, where I can't really kill them, because I have default attack, and I have this one AoE that, yeah, it definitely does damage, but with the target limit, it's not great. Anyhow, we're going to grab Brier's amulet here. I don't even care what affix it drops with. Of the Grove would be nice. Of course, I'm not going to get that. Attack speed and crushing is not bad, though. Alright, so that's going to give me some... well, when I can use it. That's going to give me another 0.9 second skill recharge off of Blitz. It's going to give me a bunch of crit damage, which is very nice because 270 reduced target's defensive ability. Add that on top of what I have. I already crit him, and then we're going to shred his defensive ability, so I'm going to crit him even harder. But we will see. Like I said, I'm going to give this a whirl. I'm going to see if it's any better, and if it isn't, I'm going to be making something new, so I'll see you when I've decided. Alrighty, so I've cleared the Pine Barrens. I've just turned this in. I've got 3 levels out of it, which is interesting. But 3 levels it is, so I'm going to go ahead and max out Oloron's Rage, and then we're going to start working on Necromancer. Now, with the Bloodbrier's Thorn, this is a decent bit better. Now, obviously it was going to get better with the almost 1 second off the recharge. We've gone from 2.6 to 1.7 skill recharge. This skill is still not great for leveling. It's definitely better, and I'm probably going to push through. But I would not recommend Blitz until you have this amulet, this shield, and this helmet. You need all 3, or this just feels completely like arse. This is by far the most highest rated, awful leveling build that I've played. Until you have these items, then it's kind of okay, and maybe it gets better. I definitely need a higher level shield to get a bit more damage. I've just picked up the Assassin's Mark here, skipped the little hilt thing here to get the proc going, and this has definitely helped as well. But this really needs something for the first 30 levels, so if you're going to play a Blitz, Warlord, Deathknight, Shieldbreaker, whatever, strongly recommend do something else for the first 30 levels, and respec once you have all 3 of these MIs, because it was just pain getting to this point. Anyhow, I did say that I would push through with this character, so I will try to remember to push record when I get to the Aether Cow. I'll see you there. Okay, so I decided to do something incredibly stupid. We went to the conflagration. We're out here, and it's not the Aether Cow, but, you know, the Herald of the Flame is a points thing, and also it's here. I grabbed the quest, so why not? So, alright, Herald of the Flame, let's go. So we can see that with the additional cooldown, the damage against bosses is a decent bit better. I'm just going to get that heal. There it is. Okay. First form down. And go. So you can see the damage is definitely picked up. And I should be alright to get this one. I'm going to use the healing potion. I think Menhir's Will is actually on cooldown, so if I get below half, I may just run away. Alright, we have earned points for defeating a boss. Lovely. We have also got another resistance potion. Also watching that health bar, and I'm a little worried about it. As long as we're here, let's go ahead and show this as well. Wow, this is... this is not dangerous at all. Famous last words. Alright, now I'm going to see you at the Aether Cow. And this also is not the Aether Cow, but I'm going to kill Swarm Queen Ravna here. And I figured I'd show it, since it shouldn't be too dangerous. Mostly I'm worried about her when she gets off the wall. All of her little friends are just dying as they come over and hit me, so... it shouldn't be too hard. Alright, off you get. Okay, here we go. The real fight begins. So I am definitely leveling up a whole lot faster in League than I do in the base game. And whoop, we don't want to stand in that. And that is entirely because of the bonus XP you get for Veteran being increased from 10% to, I think it's 30%. But it is definitely increased. There we go. Ravna's dead, and hopefully I'm not going to die by standing in silly things. Alright, next up will be the Aether Cow, I promise. There's nothing between here and there that could... well, maybe. Alright, I'll see you in the next clip. Alright, we finally made it. It is time to kill the Aether Cow, just as soon as I finish looting the area. Okay, so again, not really expecting anything too terribly dangerous out of this. The Aether Waves, maybe. 64% Aether Res should be okay. Let's go ahead and kill it. So I'm expecting that I should be able to just pretty much stand in front of it until it does the Aether Waves, which should be this one. Next one. Next one? I probably could have killed it by now if I hadn't run away. Whoop, there's the Sunder. Okay, we gotta dodge for a second. Should be able to hit it from there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we just kill it. That was a little bit scary. Mostly because of where I was standing and because the healing potion was on cooldown when I wanted to hit it. Alright, Aether Cow dead, so now I'm going to spend a little bit of time fixing this number. Because I don't want to end up dead as soon as I step foot outside of Homestead. So, let me fix that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty folks, and I have fixed my Chaos Resist problems. I did that with a pair of Void Wards here, or Imbued Silver components rather, that grant the Void Wards, which you can see here. We're up to 86% Chaos Resistance, and I also grabbed a resistant Kaiman's Badge of Frostbite. The Frostbite is irrelevant, but the resistant is giving me that poison and acid. The Chaos Resistance comes from the Kaiman's Badge itself. Alright, so this is going to be the last clip of this particular video. So let's go ahead and kill Zarya. Now, Zarya should be pretty much pushover because I have Chaos Res. Her entire thing is summoning the rocks that nuke you with Chaos damage. And yeah, if they had both hit me at the same time, I would have been fine anyway. So there's the Chthonian Warrant as well. These will now drop from different heroes depending on which faction it is. There's a list on the patch notes, I believe. I guess we'll go ahead and do the shrine while we're here. But yes, I didn't expect too much trouble from Zarya. Once you've got resistances under control, you should be fine. Anchorites, leg guards. Small reduction in armor for a, frankly, not very useful change in resistances. So I'm definitely not going to be using those. These gloves, however, maybe? What would I lose? Pierce? Yeah, I can't really do that. I should even maybe consider swapping the scaled hide out for another silk swatch to fix my pierce res. I'm probably not going to do that though. Having said that though, this is going to be the last episode for today's video, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.